guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a very exciting video, and it is so exciting because I am starting my very first series on my channel, and that is going to be a series all related about student teaching. I am so excited to start this series. I've gotten a lot of requests to film a lot more videos about student teaching, and so that is what all the rest of January, I'm pretty sure, is going to be a bunch of different videos all about different aspects of student teaching and teaching in general, and I'm really excited about it. So today's video is going to be the first one of this new series, and it is going to be a how to prepare for student teaching video. These are going to be the things that I did to prepare for student teaching and what you should do if you are going into student teaching very soon too. If you are new here, hi, my name is Haley. I am a first grade intern. I have been in my classroom since the fall, since the first day of school. I'm very lucky where my university allows us to stay in our student teacher placement all year long. And so that is what I'm doing right now. I am studying elementary education, and I graduate this spring to become a teacher, and I'm really excited about it. So I hope you guys choose to follow along. I would love to have you here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see all the videos that are going to be in this series, and please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so my very first tip for you when you're preparing to go into student teaching is to contact your CT first. I know it can be super scary. I know me and my classmates, when we were waiting to hear from our CTs on the first day of school, we were all like, have you emailed them yet? Have you gotten an email yet? Like, we were all talking like, are you gonna talk to them yet? But honestly, just bite the bullet, just email them, send them a nice email, introduce yourself, say like, hi, my name is Haley, I'm so excited to be in your classroom, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to work in first grade or whatever grade you're in. And maybe give them like a couple things about you. So for example, I think in my first email I said like, I've worked with kids a lot, I love kids, I worked at the local YMCA for like the past 4 years, and tell them a little bit about yourself just to start building that relationship. And I think they will really appreciate if you reach out to them first and show like you're excited to be there and you're excited to start, and I don't know, just make a good impression and make sure you're being professional but also friendly. And yeah, so that would be the first thing that I would do once you have received your internship placement, is reach out to your CT and start building that relationship. My second tip for you is once you receive your student teacher placement, go onto the school's website and look around, see like how many kids are there. And I think on most websites it also has like the analytics of the school, so like how many free reduced lunch there are, if they're a Title I school, what the population is like female, male, just the different ethnicities that are in the school, and then just things like that, so that you can start to kind of get an idea of what your school is going to be like. Also on your school website it'll probably have like what core values they have, and then also a list of all the staff, and just lots of information is on the school's website. And if you could find out if they have like a slogan, like my internship school's slogan is yes we can, or si se podemos, and so like knowing that is like something that I can show my CT that I have taken the time to like get to know the school, and that I'm actually invested in trying to be a part of the school community. And so getting yourself familiar with the school website, and then also take a look at your school's calendar, because every school district is going to have a different calendar, like if there's early release days, when their school starts, just things like that. My third tip for you is to start building your teacher wardrobe. And so you might be one of those people where a lot of your clothes that you wear normally can work for being a teacher, but sometimes, you know, obviously crop tops aren't allowed, shirts that show like your chest aren't allowed, things that you might wear on your everyday basis might not work for when you're teaching. And so it's a really good idea to start building that wardrobe over time, so you don't have to spend a ton of money at one time. You can kind of collect things. I started collecting probably about a year before I started my student teacher internship. And so when I went into student teaching, I had a lot of clothes to pick from, and then I also didn't really have to stress about that when I was already starting my student teaching. My fourth tip for you is to buy a planner and a plan book. And so I'm going to show you my planner and my plan book. I have shown these in a couple different videos already, and so I'm just going to show them again. And so this is my plan book. And so the difference between a normal planner and a plan book is that a plan book layout looks like this. And so it has the days of the week, and then it also has the subjects on the side. And so what you use this for, and what you'll see your CT using something similar format wise, is that you put like whatever thing you do first thing in the morning. So say that's reading, you would write reading here, and then you can track your lessons across the week. And so you can make sure that you're getting all the modules done that you need to do, or all the lessons done, and then you do that for every subject, so it's all in one place. And so I would recommend getting one of these, and then you can help your CT plan, or just copy what she's doing in her plan book, so that you can keep track of where the kids are at in your classroom. And it makes a really big difference to your CT to see you keeping track of where they're at and wanting to make sure that you know what's going on in the classroom, even if you're not there every day. It's really important to stay organized. I know that there is a million puzzle pieces that all fit together to make a classroom work. And so it's really important that you are a part of those pieces and that you are aware of all the moving pieces too. My sixth tip for you is to get a lunchbox. This might sound kind of silly, but teachers have to bring food because usually 90% of the time you're not going to go pick up some lunch and then come back to the school. You want to go into the staff room, you want to talk to other teachers in your building, start building relationships, and you want to be there for when all the teachers eat lunch together. At least at my school, we have a staff room where all the teachers go and eat lunch during their recesses or when their kids go eat lunch. And so it was really important for me to make sure I bring my lunch every day. And so I'm going to show you what my lunchbox looks like really fast. So this is my lunchbox. It's really simple. It's white and like this coral color, and then it has these like, it's like almost flower designs. I don't know if you guys can see, but like these kind of look like flowers, right? I don't know. I got it from Marshall's. They're really cheap, and you can get like a ton of different types. You can get ones that come with like matching Tupperware if you want to be super cute and things like that. I just got this really simple one, and I've been using it for the past couple years, and I really like it. So get a lunchbox. Okay, so my next tip for you is to start waking up early, getting your body into that routine of waking up super early and going to go do things. I know that my school starts pretty late considering when elementary schools usually start. My school starts at 8:45, which is pretty late, but because I have to commute about 35 minutes to get to my student teacher school, I have to wake up at like 6:30. And so that's a really big change because I haven't had to wake up that early since like high school. And so before I started my internship, I started to change my schedule and get my body used to waking up really early. Because the first day that you show up at your internship, you want to be like awake and more aware than if you're just like super tired and not wanting to be there and you just want to be sleeping. So I'd recommend that you start changing your schedule probably a couple days before you start student teaching. And it's going to be hard to like wake up for no reason when you don't actually have to wake up. But then the next day you'll like want to go to sleep earlier because you woke up earlier, and so it just helps your schedule adjust. And so make sure you give yourself enough time in the morning and start that routine early. Okay, my next tip for you is to practice driving to your school before the day that you actually drive. Figure out how long is it going to take me to get there. Give yourself a little wiggle room because traffic lights, just things like that can play into part of it. And like one of the worst things you can do is show up late, especially on your first day. You want to make a good impression. You want to be there for the kiddos when they walk into the classroom so that they get to meet you and just things like that. Professionalism is #1 importance when you are a teacher in any professional job, honestly. And so make sure that you're there on time. Make sure you practice the route. Make sure that you know where you're going, and so you don't get lost on the first day or you're not late. Okay, so my next tip for you is to have a notebook that you can organize all your things into and that you can take notes on. So especially the first like couple weeks of school where you're not really teaching, it's really essential that you take notes on what your CT is doing. She is your CT for a reason, or he is your CT for a reason. Like, they've proven that they are a good teacher and they are capable of teaching you, most likely. And so they know what they're doing, and they've been doing this for a long time. And so take notes on how they lesson, how they teach. Like, how do they get the kids to the carpet? What are the classroom routines? Who are the kids in your class? What do they like to do? Things like that. I'm going to show you how I organized all this information. So I made this student teacher binder for my first couple weeks of student teaching just to stay organized. And so I created this little, like, I don't know, cover for my student teacher binder. Obviously this is a little bit extra, you don't have to do this, but I just created it on Canva. And so what I did is inside so the very first thing that I had is the school's calendar. And so then I just like took notes on like the classroom environment, how my CT like introduced everyone on the very first day, how she handled the first day, taking notes on like everything that happens in the first couple weeks of school when you're there, just so that you can have that to refer to when you're actually planning your own lessons and just things like that. Okay, my very last tip for you is regarding mentally preparing yourself. So I know you're super excited to go begin your student teacher internship. I know I was like bouncing off the walls excited when I finally got placed and when I was gonna go there. I was also pretty nervous, so that's normal. It's normal to be nervous. It's a new experience and you want to like impress all the kids, you want to befriend them, you want to impress your CT, you want to make sure you're doing everything right. And just know the first couple weeks are really for observation, at least for my experience. That time was to build relationships with my CT, to build relationships with my students, to start working in small groups, but I didn't do any whole class teaching for at least like a month. And it's kind of like disappointing a little bit because you're like, this is my student teacher internship, I've been waiting for this my whole college career, like I'm so ready to teach. But it's good to like take a step back, watch your CT, get to know your kiddos. It'll make your lesson so much more stronger, and just know like it's gonna be a lot of observing, it's gonna be a lot of mirroring, it's gonna be a lot of small group, and just don't get discouraged. Just know that your time is coming, it will get better. Just enjoy the time that you have to work with those kids one-on-one, work on those kids and 2 or 3 kids at a time, you know, because when you're full-time student teaching, when you're teaching the whole class all day long, you're not gonna have those little moments to build those relationships, and those relationships are key to teaching and teaching successfully. So that's what I would recommend, and just know that and mentally prepare yourself for that. And those are all the tips that I have for you on how to prepare for your student teaching internship. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully one of these tips is something that you hadn't heard before, or something that now you can know and start doing or start implementing. And let me know down below if you try any of these tips, or how your student teacher internship is going, or what grade you want to teach. Just tell me something about teaching and about you. I would love to get to know you a little bit better. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here, and you don't want to miss out on the next few videos in my series. I'm so excited for this series, and I hope you guys choose to follow along. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!